Welcome to the Polaris Adventures Podcast. I'm your host, Jared Christie. You know, some of the best riding locations in the country take a little effort to get to. And on today's show, we're going to help you discover a location deep in the Virginia mountains. Tucked away in southwestern Virginia, you'll find Trailhead Adventures. It's remote, but those who make the journey are rewarded with a stay-and-ride experience you won't forget. Joining me today is Brent Harrison, one of the owners of Trailhead Adventures. Brent, welcome to the show.
Hey, Jared. Thank you. Glad to be here.
One of the things that intrigues me about Trailhead Adventures is your remote location. Tell folks where you guys are located and just as important, how they get to you.
Yeah, we're in a town called Bluefield, Virginia. That's our address. But if you get dialed in a little bit deeper, it's a little community called Bosavane, Virginia, right beside a town called Pocahontas, Virginia. And it is a remote place, but we're not far. We're probably 15, 20 minutes from Interstate 77. So it's still a little bit off the beaten path. I mean, when you get there, you feel like you're in the middle of nowhere, but we still got things to do around us. And so it's not a hard drive, you know, and we enjoy getting out in the mountains and seeing the forested trails that we have.
I'm looking at a map here, and you mentioned Bluefield, Virginia, and you've got West Virginia to your north, Kentucky to your west, and North Carolina to your south. You're surrounded there, aren't you?
Yes, sir. Yep, Southwest Virginia. We're right on the line of the border of West Virginia and Virginia. Pocahontas, the town there I mentioned earlier, is just right on the line. There's actually a Bluefield, West Virginia, and a Bluefield, Virginia. So sometimes you don't know which state you're in.
Now, once people arrive in Bluefield, let's talk about some of those riding options. Where can they go? What can they do?
Sure, yeah. So our riding options, our adventure spot is we are in Virginia, so we're directly located to the Pocahontas Trail system, which is managed by Spearhead Trails in Virginia. And in addition to that, over to West Virginia, and you can ride the trails over there, which they have the Pocahontas Trails, and they have different 600 some miles of trails over there that you have access to. So the Hatfield-McCoy has been around for many years, and Virginia started their trail system in Virginia probably about 10 years ago. So they're working together, and you can get permits for both trail systems, and from our place, ride either one or both.
Well, that's fantastic. Now, I assume you guys have a main location where your property's at when people get there. Talk about that Spearhead Trail system and what's that like, what kind of riding there is, what people can see, things like that.
Sure, yes. So the original Pocahontas Trail system, which is, like I said, right off of our resort. We call it deep forested mountain trails. So when you go into the trails, you're into the forest, you're in the mountains. Well, if you overlook shit, you make your way to. It's up and down terrain. Definitely have the mud. We have some rock, and some people call it some technical trails too. They kind of break the trails into kind of green, blue, and black. So you got green as being your beginner trails and less challenging, and you got your intermediate blue, and you got your black diamond trail that are more technical and need to be a little more cautious on.
Some of your trail systems have been around in the area for a couple of decades now, but when did you guys actually start operating where you're at?
We started developing in our Virginia location in 2015. We opened in May 2016 with a with our cabins. We have 14 cabins and 9 RV sites and 3 just rustic tent sites. So yeah, we opened in May 2016, and then we added as a Polaris outfitter in the fall of 2017.
Tell me about that experience, Brent, because at that point in time, Adventures had just gotten started, I think.
We were one of the first in that group to get started with Adventures, and it has been a big boost to our business. You know, there's a whole lot more people that don't have machines than do, so we're able to get connected with that market and get more people to our campground. So we love the fact that we have the cabins and the RVs, and we've really started pushing this year what we call stay and play packages, where you come and stay with us and rent your off-road machine, the Razor or the General, and hit the trails.
I have to imagine, though, with the dense location that you're at and the trees and the forest, that fall might be just spectacular, though.
Yeah, it really is. The different colors of the trees that or the leaves that you have, and our October right now. If you're looking to rent with us, you better call pretty soon, because the numbers are limited, and it's probably during the week if you're going to get any availability.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, I've done a lot of riding during the week, and the week is so nice. It's just not busy. It's not crowded. There's a lot of advantages to riding during the week.
Yes, sir. I agree with that.
Now, we've talked a lot about your off-road stuff, but I think you guys do some on-road stuff as well.
Yeah, we do. We have we're doing renting the slingshots, the 3-wheel Polaris slingshot. So we have a limited number. That was one of our goals, is try to get a customer to come ride off-road one day and ride the hardtop the next day. We have a route that we promote, and it's called the Back of the Dragon. It's in Virginia, so it's beautiful, about 30-minute ride from us. And then you hit the Back of the Dragon. It's 30 plus miles and 130 plus turns up and down, and people who go do that, there's some views over there you just can't believe. So we really promote that and love to hear people to enjoy that part of it.
All right, I just did a quick Google search for Back of the Dragon, and 32 miles. And how many turns did you say?
I would think it was 130.
One way or both ways?
It'd be one way.
So
you might have to Google fact check me, but it's a bunch.
I might get dizzy just looking at that. Brent, how do find you guys? Where do they look?
Well, we do our fair share of marketing, getting people there, and we definitely work with Hatfield-McCoy and Spearhead groups that kind of promote us as well on their marketing. And Polaris Adventures does theirs, and people, we felt they're looking for quality lodging in the area, and we put it in, and quality options for rental machines, and we've done that, and then we get them there, and I think we are very pleased with our return guests as well. We get a lot of return people, and I think that's because of our people. We just got such a great group of staff and people that work the lodging and the adventure side with the rentals, and we keep our machines and cabins like new. Every time you come in, you're going to be like you're riding in a new machine. So I like to look back at our reviews, and most common thing I see at our reviews is your staff was great, your people were great, the cabin's clean, and all that. So I just think that we got a good group, and that we get them there, and they keep coming back, and they tell their friends. Of course, word of mouth is the best, and we get some guests that have their own machine. They rent a cabin, but next time they bring bring their friends who don't, so they get a cabin and they rent a machine and go out together.
That sounds like a really good time. And the fact that you are very much in the country, I imagine it's pretty quiet out there and you're just in the mountains enjoying being outside.
That's what it's all about. I think a lot of people love coming and riding during the day, and at night we got picnic tables and fire pits and grills. You just smell the burgers and everything cooking on the grills when you ride around, and it's a great camping or glamping experience, if you will.
Brent, thank you for being on the show, and enjoy the rest of your season.
Well, I appreciate you having me, and if you have any questions or need to look us up, check out our website at trailheadatvresort.com.
Sounds good. Well, be sure to like and subscribe to the Polaris Adventures podcast wherever you listen to your podcasts, and we will talk to you again soon. Remember, every adventure counts.